The signs adorning the grandstand read, "Everything has led to this." Hard to argue with that sentiment. For 6 centuries, the sport has been played here at this, the very birthplace of golf itself. And since 1860, this competition has been held to decide who is the champion golfer of the year. Past is but prologue. It all indeed has led to this. Welcome to St Andrews and the final round of the Open Championship.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the home of golf, the old course at St Andrews, it's the final round of the 150th Open. What a week and weekend this has been so far. Everything you want in a golf tournament. By nightfall, we will have our winner. As you take a look at the current leaderboard on this Sunday afternoon, our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. Uh-oh. All the way through the fairway into the burn here at 1. An early mistake off the tee. Okay, so the drop taken, and that will set up what's going to be his third now to this par 4. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Moving now to the 411-yard par 4 second, featuring the first of the old course's double greens. Best to work a little left off the tee to avoid gorse and bunkers on the right. The ideal spot is just to the right of Cheap's bunker.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
So from the rough, here's his second at 2.
Well, the ball's finished up okay, but look how it got there.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Well, there's no doubt about it. This one will move from right to left. Not the biggest slope, but has to be considered.
Nah, the pace was okay, but that needed to be started a bit further out to the right. That finished off for par here at the second. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
Well, you can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers.
driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. It's just okay, I'd say, but he's left himself at least a chance at a par, Frank.
Come on, Rich. I mean, you're being too kind there. That's not ideal.
Got it there, but not quite on target. That one in for a bogey here at the third. Unfortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. At the fourth hole now, and Frank, this one looks as though it might require a little bit of club selection off the tee. What are we looking at, partner?
Well, there is two ways to play the fourth off the tee. You can hit it down the right side, but it really starts to narrow up and it's slightly shorter. Most players go towards the middle of the golf course and try and get it on that plateau. But this, certainly the first hard hole you see at St. Andrews.
This may be a touch right.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Ball above his feet here as he decides how to play his second. From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire. Sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves. Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. That's going to leak out to the right and trickle away. Not the right read there. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And he's going to fall to 15 under. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the round.
Yeah, it's certainly eagles galore. The fifth hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, shared with the 13th. So good tee shot, and you have a nice big target, even though it's a blind second shot coming up.
No fairway here. This one in that rough. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5 the second, you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just leave that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th to 16 under par. Now to the 374-yard par 4 6th, another scoring opportunity.
Just be very careful of the wind conditions here, because that'll affect the strategy off the tee, but bunkers left and right to be avoided.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. That'll do just fine. 9 feet left here for birdie. Now that's going to miss right, and a good opportunity goes by the wayside. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. One of the really beautiful aspects of playing links golf is you're oftentimes aiming at something so far off in the distance. Maybe it's a church steeple, or in this case, maybe it's a little left of the flag at number 11, and we're playing the 7th hole. The key, you want to avoid that shell bunker, which is short of the putting surface. Just under 80 yards to go now as he'll decide how to flight his second. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. Just going to sneak on by. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he's going to remain at minus 16. The 8th hole at 166 yards is not long, but you can see it has that bunker guarding the front of the green. If you do not clear that, you're in a world of trouble. Okay, that one's dancing. Gonna have to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay right where he is. Bunkers, bunkers, and more bunkers. So this hole's only 347 yards as we close out this front side with the par 4 9th. They're called Boses and end hole bunkers, and they're right in the middle of the fairway. So it's all about the tee shot, putting it in a good spot. If you do, you're walking out of here with a 3, or you could knock it on and maybe bump one in, putt one in for an eagle. All right, in the fairway. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. This from about 10 feet. Right, just didn't have the right line. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th, and that will make this a front 9 of 37, 1 over par. Starting off the backside here at St. Andrews with the 340-yard par 4 10th, named in honor of the great Bobby Jones, 1927 Open champion and 1930 amateur champion. Right center off the tee, ideal here. The fairway narrows around 280 yards, but the green is drivable. Oh, this is going to be way down there. What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. Yeah, that's really well done. From that distance, you'll take it every time. Putters let him down a few times, but this for birdie. Well done there. It's a birdie to kick off the back 9. And the lead is up to a full 6 shots on the rest of the field. Frank, what are we looking at here at the famed par 3 11th at the Old Course?
Well, the most difficult, there is only 2 par 3s here at the Old Course, and this one's called High, elevated green, and you've got to fly that bunker that protects the front of the green. That's called the Strath bunker. You really take anything on this green. You make a 2 here, you'll make a move on the field.
Okay, just a little right of the flag on the front portion of this green, and a birdie putt coming up. Nope, that was never going to climb that hill, and he has left himself a tester coming up. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and the lead will remain 6 here in the late going. Now at the 12th, and Frank, when you put the peg in the ground here, are you licking your chops?
Well, you are, unless you're playing into a head breeze, because if you are playing a head breeze, then you've got to worry about the 4 bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway. A touch of help, or if you're a long hitter, then all you've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker just short of this green. There is gorse left and right, though.
This one started up the right side.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
A straightforward look here for birdie. Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. And this is now, if you can believe it, a 7-shot cushion. Here at the par 4 13th hole at the old course, Frank, what's the best play, power, or do you go with precision?
You'd like a nice mixture of both there, Rich. If you can take those coffins out of play, that's the name for those series of bunkers sort of down the middle, then obviously you've got a much shorter shot coming in, and then you've got a chance to actually have a full view of the screen.
Well, this is left all the way.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay the third.
157 yards left. Tough to generate spin from this lie with so much rough.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he moves to 19 under for the tournament. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle. And you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your third shot to 14. Ball's back in the fairway. I guess it's better to be lucky than good.
Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5. not sure he got every bit of that three-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
Shame, good opportunity, but that ball just sailed on by.
Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Oh, no. Just appeared to be befuddled by the break there. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he's going to stay at 19 under par. Frank, one of the things I always loved about links golf is that you're not aiming at a flagstick or a tree, but sometimes you're aiming for a steeple in the distance, and this is a good example here at the 15th.
Yeah, the church steeple is the exact line off the tee. That gives you sort of the center of the fairway. Really, you don't have to be overly bold off the tee. This is about just finding a nice flat lie for that second shot, because this is another difficult green that's well protected by just one little bunker that's in the front left that you don't think comes into play. But if your second shot doesn't land the right distance, more often than not, it just gets swallowed up by that.
So after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain right where he is. Frank, the 16th hole, famous for the principal's nose, and I can't help but think of Mrs. Hartman from 4th grade.
Well, I don't know
She
how
didn't like us.
I don't know how Mrs. Hartman would have played this hole, but she would have been wary of the out of bounds on the right, and that's why the general consensus is you not only avoid the principal's nose, but you hit the tee shot a little bit further left. It might lengthen the hole, but it is certainly the more prudent strategy.
That will do just fine. We know he can move it. That ball was absolutely bombed. Now comes the touch shot, 83, 84 yards. See if he can play that 2-check skipper and get it to stop.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. This lead, look at so comfortable at this point. It remains at 7. Frank, this may well be the most famous hole in the world. It's the road hole here at the Old Course, number 17.
Yeah, without doubt, Rich. The vistas have changed over the years. There used to be a series of railway sheds down the right, and you had to hit it over across those. Now you hit it off across the corner of the hotel. So blind tee shot, further right you go, the shorter and the better angle you have in. And you need a good angle in because you mentioned it, road hole, it's got the road hole bunker that sits perfectly on that left front of this par 4 green.
Showing no signs of a let-up here. This tournament seemingly under control as that's in the fairway here at 17. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. This one's looking good.
Took the risk, flew the ball all the way back to the back of the green there. This is a great shot.
Oh, finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. And this lead continues to widen. It is just a procession now as the difference is 8 shots at the top of this leaderboard. Well, when you stick your tee into the hallowed grounds here on the 18th at the Old Course at St. Andrews, Frank, you know you're playing a piece of history.
And a chance, too, to finish it off in style because this par 4 is reachable. A lot of people will aim at the clock tower, which is on the R&A building in the distance. That's a little left of this green. If you feel a little brave and you want to make a hero of yourself, just aim a little further right, exactly where the green is. Avoid the valley of sin, and you might just have a wee dram at the end of the day.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second. Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Yes, what a final round this was, from being on the outside looking in to a big lead. As we'll watch and wait, but this certainly must feel like this will be a victory. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now.